Well, if you hear that noise in the background, you know what I'm doing. Oh, look at Buggy. Look at Fonny. Yeah, you're in there. Pond is low, huh? Yeah, you know what she's doing? She's eating the seaweed. Yeah, there's seaweed down below here. And when she tilts down like that, she's going yum, 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 and eating it. Yep, and how do I know that? Because I seen some seaweed floating at the surface. So I know for sure she's eating it. But the point of this, yeah, that's green. Makes perfect fertilizer. But the point of this video is showing you how to backflush the system. So I like to use the water, of course, to fertilize everything because it's great for everything. I mean, it's the perfect ready-use, like, compost tea available. You can just get now, boom, ready. Ooh, see how soaky the ground is? I like the flood. Flood works good. Good way to water the grass, flood it out, give it lots and lots of nitrogen. But you can get silly with this hose for a second, because we're going to bring you back to the filter. I know you almost thought I was going to say future, but no, filter. Going back to the filter. Here, you watch from here as I grab this hose and try not to drown you in it. Ice cream truck coming in. Everybody's coming in the neighborhood right now. Alrighty, here we go. Woo. Heading back here. Heading back here. Alright. Oh, thanks for interrupting my video for the public service announcement that there's ice cream in the neighborhood. Try shitty ice cream. So this is pretty simple. See what I'm doing? I'm simply just spraying that lava rock down. Yeah, it's all dirty and kind of gross. Go around, spray, clean everything. You see how it's literally flushing back into there? So now it's a closed loop circle. You're not going to run out of water because you're providing water to the system. Yeah. And you just kind of clean everything. You can throw a little pressure behind it too. That charcoal a little cleaner. Yeah, a little bit of pressure helps too, huh? Just kind of clean around everything. You see this? We'll backflush everything. You see how the water's running backwards? Like that? So that's taking all kinds of just gunk and everything and just washing it back into the system. And you're like, well, how's that gonna help? Well, what that's gonna do is, this is a quick, easy way to kind of clean the filter before you really have to clean the filter. So like if you do this every once in a while, it really helps everything keep running smoothly. So I just rinse around and then push that back in there. Yeah. As this water really starts to get fertilized, it does start to get a smell. And that's kind of like my thing. If I can smell the filter, not the pond, because that's disgusting. If the pond gets to the point where you can smell it from around the house, like you went way, way too far. You shouldn't smell the pond at all. But when you open this lid to the filter, this is a different thing, you know what I mean? Because this is the filter. You should, you know, after a while, when it's cleaning a bunch of stuff, this is where all the gunk goes, there'll be a smell to it. So when it starts smelling kind of like fishy, kind of like a, you know, when you go down to a swamp or something like that, starting to smell a little swampy, that's when I just go ahead and water the yard with it all, water all the plants, and then do a good backflush like this. And then in the other videos you can see where I actually pulled everything out and did that. Well, that's more like long term. In all those instances of doing that, I didn't even really have to do it. The reason why most of the time I clean the filter so far is to actually make improvements on the system to make sure that water is flowing correctly and things are working out well. So you can see just a little bit of backflush. Doesn't take long. Kind of rinse everything off. Get all that, see? See how it's all kind of just flowing back into there? All those nasties. Yeah, just clean the system out. Yeah, see now this water's looking a little bit better because we're pushing all this water in from here and it's flowing the opposite direction. So all that gunk and shit that builds up has a place to flow to. Yeah, and then getting everything off that screen. So you just go around and clean everything nicely. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty simple, pretty easy method. I'd suggest doing that for like at least 15-20 minutes, back flushing it, because you just keep getting more and more sediment that flows through. But like I said, as long as the pump is running, this water is flowing back into the pond, so it doesn't really matter. You're not going to run out of water when it's circulating. So just clean it up as much as you want. You could even like go like this and leave that in there, like that. You can see, and then just let it just backflow a bit on its own like that. If you wanted to just, you're literally running the entire pump in reverse. So by putting it in here, the water is going down all the way into the bottom, and then it's like lifting all that nasty up and pushing it that way. So just let that go for like 15-20 minutes. And like I showed you earlier, clean off those rocks, get some disturbance in there. And then yeah, see, just like that, let it backflow for a bit, and then go back to watering everything else, making it look nice. How y'all doing? You like watching the show, don't you? And what they want you to know is make sure you hit, that's right, the subscribe button with the bell notification so you get all these videos. Get that right, guys? All of them. Right. I'll see you in the next one. And hit the like, share it with a friend, build yourself a pond, because you're gonna have fun in the end. And when we get to the bottom, there's clams in there. I want to see if I can, I'm gonna really drain it out today and see if I can find some clams. That would be sweet.